fifth graders, welcome back to another The Math Show with Miss Condry. Round of applause, everyone. Okay, classroom norms as you're working through this video today. Remember to have a positive attitude, to be respectful, keep on trying even when it's hard, and it's getting harder. Not just the math, but I think just doing math at home and this whole distance learning thing, it's getting harder for all of us, especially as we're approaching summer. Okay, so keep on trying. I really want to encourage you to do that. And then also, don't forget that word yet. Okay, we're going to be talking today about how to use multiplication to solve division. This is going to be found in your Unit 7 Module 2 packet. It's the pink one. And there are a series of 4 questions that involve division. And they actually, each of the problems are related, and I think, or at least some of them are related in some ways. So a few of them are about Mrs. Smith's class, and so you might need to refer to earlier problems to solve the last problems, and really be thinking through the meaning of all of those. Okay, so our learning target today is that I can use multiplication to solve division problems. That's a really important thing to remember. A lot of kids get really worried about division because it seems scary, but actually you know so much about multiplication that a lot of times your division is better and more accurate than your multiplication even is. So I want to encourage you with that. I remember back in March, or maybe it was February, we were playing the game I Have, Who Has, and there were separate categories. Like we played some that were multiplication, some that were decimals, some that were fractions, and some that were division. And it seemed like every time we pulled the division ones out, the class as a whole, you all were a lot stronger with your division accuracy than you were with the other ones. So I want you to have that mentality as we're going into this, because I know some of you still get freaked out by the word division. Okay, so we're going to ground this in one of my favorite things, which is a story problem about lemon drops, because I'm missing lemon drops. I'm missing giving lemon drops to you. Okay, so I wrote a story problem here, and then we're going to use multiplication to solve it. Now we can use multiplication to solve it just by writing equations, or we can use multiplication within a ratio table as well. All right, so the story problem is that Miss Condry has 237 lemon drops. She wants to put the same amount into 12 jars. How many lemon drops will each jar get? Okay, so there's 237 lemon drops. She's going to divide them up into 12 jars. And we want to know how much each jar will get. So I'm going to write the equation. 237 divided by 12 equals, I'm going to put an n there for the answer. We can also flip that around and say 12 jars times some number of lemon drops will get us to the total number of lemon drops, which is 237. Okay, I'm going to put a circle around this because this is the equation I'm going to use to solve it. This equation represents the story problem. It is division, but this is the way I want to solve it because I know that division and multiplication are related. All right, so now I get to start thinking about how many lemon drops I can put in each jar at a time. All right, let's see here. I'm going to start by doing 12 jars. I'm going to label jars. I want to remember the story context. Okay, so 12 jars. I'm going to put 10 lemon drops in each of them to start, because 10 is a friendly number and it gets me close. Okay, so if I put 10 lemon drops in each of my jars, that gets me to 120 lemon drops used. Now, have I reached 237 yet? No. Okay, so I need to put more lemon drops in those 12 jars. So I'm going to put more lemon drops there. I don't think I can do another 10 because that would get me to 240, and we only have 237. So I'm going to try 5 lemon drops per jar. 5 more lemon drops per jar. Okay, if I put 5 more lemon drops per jar, that would be half the amount, so that would be 60. Okay, now I'm at 180. I still have some more to go. So why don't I try 12 times, I'm gonna do 12 times 4, because that'll just be one group of 12 less than 60. So that would be 48. Okay, let's see if I've gotten close here. I'm gonna add those up together, and when I do, that's 180 plus 40, 220, 228. Ooh, that's really close. It's not quite to 237 though yet. So 228, to get to 237, I need 9 more lemon drops total, but I have 12 jars, so I can't put another lemon drop in each of the jars. So the number of lemon drops that fit equally into those jars are right here. So 19 lemon drops in each jar. And then there are, how many did I say? 228 to 237, 9 lemon drops left over. Those are our remainders. Okay, so the way we would write this answer is 19, remainder 9. Now lemon drops, we can't really split evenly so that we could share them among the other jars, but sometimes, like if you're dealing with cookies or crackers or other types of food that can be divided up, you might divide them into fractional amounts and share them equally. Sometimes the question might be asking you, I think one of the questions on your worksheet asks you how many buses might be filled with people, or how many buses will we need. And so then what you do with those remainders is actually really important in the context of the story. So make sure as you're solving, you're rooting it in the context of the story. Go back to the question, go back to the story, make sure you really understand what's happening. All right. I hope this goes well. I'm sure you guys are going to do a fantastic job on this. Feel free to use a ratio table or any other strategy we've used to solve division problems this year. Or you can use what I just showed you, just multiplication to solve those division problems. All right, have a good one.